Hey guys, M.K. again. We're back with another video. Hope everyone's well. It's past 1 in the morning here in the UK, but thought I'd make another video before I go to sleep. While I'm on a roll, thought I'd continue. Anyway, sorry, excuse me. Hope that wasn't a bad decision. Probably was, but anywho, I sort of enjoy making these videos, so I thought I'd carry on. Hope I'm not losing my voice there, but anywho, I hope someone out there will enjoy this video. So continuing on my list from my last two videos about ideas to advance Africa in terms of software development, programming, coding, and sort of all areas of technology, and whether Africa can make the next Microsoft or people from, as I talked before about, to recap some of the ideas, like for instance, could African women, could the next Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Paul Allen, Steve Ballmer, or whoever, Larry Ellison or whoever, be someone from Africa, and couldn't someone from Africa create a business such as Oracle or IBM or Apple? If so, how could they do so? How could they sport it? How could they be sported to do so? And how could maybe some of the teens become teen tycoons and set up and make millions from programming or coding or things like that? So along that theme, I want to get on with the list. So I don't want the video to be too long, as I say. Hope you enjoyed that intro, but or like some of these ideas at least. And as ever, I'd love to hear from your comments, any ideas, suggestions, or any feedback generally, or whatever you thought of the video. Hope it won't be too hateful, but all comments welcome. So 21, I hope for African nations, Africans and all that, to learn from some of the learn about the history of technology and what they can learn from the past, what mistakes they can learn to avoid, how technology was built, how companies were built to become big, and what mistakes companies have made, and all sorts of things like that. And again, mentors going to Africa and teaching about some of the things they've learned about technology as well, especially people from the diaspora, black people around the world, especially professionals, or black people in technology, and mentoring African Americans and people like that, mentoring people across Africa, as well as Africans mentoring each other and things like that. Again, to learn from history and mistakes and whatnot, and also successes, what they could learn from either of those things or both of those things. 22, I hope they will look into the future about where tech could be going, what could be the new things, like for instance artificial intelligence, or what will become the biggest thing in technology, what new inventions or new things will be made, which Africa can perhaps capitalize on, and how they can lead the field in technology and things like that. As I think it's M.K.S and someone from Nigeria, I believe, who said, who made a YouTube TEDx talk on that topic, and how maybe YouTubers can donate to African YouTubers and so forth, can donate towards technology, or help their fellow Africans to make YouTube channels, and donate to those who are less fortunate, so they can support each other in the future, and tackle poverty and things like that across Africa. 23, I'd love to lobby for like tax cuts for big tech corporations if they invest in Africa, if they invest in the youth in Africa. So instead of paying all the taxes that big tech companies like Microsoft or IBM or Apple, the taxes they pay could go in towards reinvesting in African tech, and so they benefit because they get to use that tech money to reinvest in technology, and it's sort of, they're getting something back for the taxes they pay, but also they're training up people from Africa, so the tax is it's still kind of like it's going towards something good, but they're getting something back by having trained staff and things like that. And maybe African countries can say, we can help you lobby to get a better brand and reputation, PR, and also to cut your taxes, and African nations could perhaps lobby for that. But I also hope to look into any possible way to raise funds to give as much tech training and materials and equipment, and education and so forth in technology for people in Africa. And like a while back, I made on Facebook sponsoring a school for girls in South Africa. It was my idea. Unfortunately, I haven't really done much with it, but I know that Oracle actually have thankfully before sponsored a school in Africa. So I hope would encourage other companies like Microsoft or IBM or Oracle to do so. And I almost forgot to say, but like on the giving pledge, when companies give, when some of the wealthiest people in the world have offered to give some of their profits away, I think a good use of that could go towards training people in African technology. So it's specifically geared, and much of the aid money that goes to Africa could be used specifically to unite the continent and help them to train in technology as well as in business and other areas. Yeah, I'd love to see as much funding as possible, basically, but also that funding to go towards things that are actually going to benefit in the long run, like schools that specialise in whatever it takes to get a career in technology. So it specialises and focuses on those sorts of things rather than academic stuff that might not be used, but it might have maths or science if those sort of things are used in technology. But it would mostly focus on what they would need to do a programming job or to set up their own business in tech and that sort of thing. 24, I hope to unite the continent, to unite Africa and Pan-Asianism, and one of the ways could be through technology and having this goal where they share, supporting each other, as well as sort of things like increasing tourism and things like that. But what technology could be the biggest area. 25, I hope to support projects like Tech Republic Africa and things like that. 26, supporting African tech could be a form of reparations. So I think there's a good and valid reason to do so, personally, and people who support reparations and people of colour, I hope to encourage them to support African tech. 27, I hope to reward people who do support African tech by increasing their PR, and maybe African countries can talk about the biggest, say 30 or 100 or 1,000 or whatever number they choose, contributors towards African tech. Again, that could help to unite the continent by having that list, so it encourages people, as well as encouraging people from outside of Africa to want to do that for their own reputation and things like that. But again, the giving pledge in August, the giving pledge could be like companies to give a certain amount of their profits agreed upon in August towards African tech. I also hope to encourage projects we've talked about before, like Tea for Technology for Africa, where brands that deal with tea donate a certain amount of their profits towards African tech, the advancement of Africa through tech, and like Cancer Research UK do something where they have like tea or coffee mornings or whatever, where people go and buy tea and coffee and they donate some of that. When they buy tea and coffee, the profits they use go in towards cancer research. And I think there could be similar projects for African tech where whatever money people spend on tea or coffee or cakes or whatever they buy could specifically go towards African tech, and people could sell things to make money for African tech. And again, people who discard old PCs or laptops but which could still work could be revamped and rebooted towards supporting African tech, because there are a lot of people who can take old laptops and that didn't work and make them work, so they could perhaps do that for African tech and things like that, and hopefully ship as much materials as possible. 28, I hope obviously this would help Africa in many other areas as well. For instance, problem solving, tackling issues facing the world like global warming and things like that. 29, I say hope to support to encourage as many people of colour as possible to support African technology. Hope to have projects like M.K.S for African tech, M.K.S being my initials and obviously the name of this channel, and also people of colour for tech, POC for tech, for African tech, sorry, for the advancement of Africa through tech. And also, as I said before, I wish to increase or encourage enhanced or advanced relations between Asia and Africa, with Asian nations helping Africa in technology in return for support in other areas, which could be agreed upon. But they could open trade dialogue, and again, any country that wants to trade with Africa or use Africa's resources, African nations could say, we want you to train a certain amount of our youngsters, like picking my number 30, let's say, for instance. They could pick 30 people or 100 people or whatever number they agree upon, or it might just be 10 people initially. And then if enough countries and companies do that, then obviously over time, hopefully everyone across Africa will be trained in technology. Number 30, I'd love to hear any of your ideas or any new ideas. Excuse me. And if I forgot any, I might comment in the comment section of any others. Anyway, I'm probably going to go to sleep, even though I'm not really tired. I'm a bit of a night owl at the moment. So, but I hope I have the energy tomorrow to go through some ideas. Possibly go back to supporting Asian projects as well. Peace and love.